Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Martin here from Kodiak, coming to you live from the park like always. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. And today, let's talk about handsome man's game, shall we? And specifically about why women love silent, attractive men. And it's a real thing, and I've certainly experienced it myself. So, hear me out. Usually, women put men in three main categories. The first category, unattractive men, or a lot of women like to call them creeps. They basically don't exist in most women's minds. They don't. Second category, mid-looking men. These are basically the men who are mid in every single way possible. Looks-wise, status-wise, finance-wise. They have no game, no confidence, no nothing. They don't have that finesse, right? And these are basically the men that are struggling on dating apps, on social media. They have no sex life, no nothing. But there's also the last category, which is the rarest one, but it's usually going to be the category that gets the most success with women. The third category, attractive men. Okay? These are the men that get the most women. They have the most success in life. And when I say attractive, I don't just mean looks-wise, but in this case, we're specifically talking about looks, because you don't just have to be to be a good-looking man or to be attractive as a man. You can't just be good looking. You need to be successful in every single way possible. You need to be successful across the board. Looks-wise, money-wise, status-wise, confidence-wise, and all these things, they all matter. But in this specific example, we're just talking about the looks aspect. So, if you fall into the third category, you're usually going to get the most success with women. That's just how it is. Women are extremely superficial today, especially on dating apps, on Instagram. Bro, and it's crazy, it is ridiculous, but 80% of men are unattractive in most women's eyes. And it's bananas in my opinion, but it is the way it is. And I know a lot of men are like, but it's, it's unfair, it's not, I'm not gonna do anything. Bro, it all depends on how you want to look at it. Either you start working on it, or you're gonna relent. It's all up to you. You can become an attractive man. But in this case, when we're talking about being attractive, it's almost like you don't have to try as hard with women as other men. And it's such a surreal thing when you actually experience it. And I've made this video a couple months ago where I titled it, Why Women Hate Attractive Men. But also, there's the other side of the spectrum here. Because it's a double-edged sword. A lot of women love attractive men. And it's a dark side of female nature. But it's always been like that. But today, in 2025, it's magnified. It's so amplified. Because most men get no attention from women. They have to try all these weird things. They need to impress women with status, clout, with things, with watches, with cars, with big paychecks, right? And they need to live the baller lifestyle, which, by the way, if you want to be on that level, you need to have that kind of thing. If you want to have access to the most high quality women, or the hottest women in general, you need to be at that level, period. There's no other way around it. But when you're attractive, you don't have to try as hard with women. And that's my favorite thing, really. A lot of women are going to overlook your insecurities. A lot of women are not going to pay attention to your weak points just because you look good. And when you're attractive, it's like you get that real, authentic attraction from women. And it's not, nothing else can replicate it. And that's how it is. And a lot of men think it's unfair. A lot of men will want to feel jaded because of it. A lot of men want to be the victim because life is unfair in general. Yes, it is. We have winners and losers in life. It's always been that way. But now, again, going back to the social media example, it's amplified to the max. It's multiplied by 1,000 today. But with women, again, you don't have to try as hard. Because that attraction is instant, right? She just needs to look at you and she's like, wow, this guy looks good. He's fine, lady. He's fine. He's handsome. He's a good-looking boy. So, that's a big advantage today that you have. So take care of your looks. If you're somewhat good looking, you don't necessarily have to be a Chad, but you need to have a look that fits you. And it's super important today. Okay, but at the same time, you need to back it up with your confidence. Because just because you look good, guys, it doesn't automatically mean you're going to get a whole bunch of women. It doesn't. And I believe that. I used to buy into that lie when I was younger. Sorry guys, there's a train. But I used to buy into that lie when I was younger. I was like, hey, if I look good, then I'm going to get all the women in the world. But it's not true. Because you need to own your looks. You need to be confident. You need to have that finesse. And a lot of women, to be honest with you guys, a lot of women are not going to take you seriously. They're not. They're not going to take you serious because women are going to assume that you're a cheater, that you're a liar, that you're just going to abuse them, right? A lot of women are going to think that you're going to have a roster full of women, that you're never going to commit to them. That's like the kind of presumption that a lot of women will have against you. They're going to assume that. But reality might be completely different. And from experience, I know that a lot of attractive men, they're usually single. They're not sleeping around. It's usually the average-looking guys that are sleeping the most with women. So, yes, life is unfair, but work with what you have. That's my best advice. But women love attractive men, and it's an undeniable fact. You don't have to try as hard, and a lot of women, like I'm telling you, bro, from experience, especially here in Eastern Europe, a lot of women will pretend like you don't exist. Well, maybe, okay, I framed it the wrong way. A lot of women will deliberately avoid making eye contact with you. In the beginning, initially. But once you get to know you, once you open them up, once you break the ice, so to speak, bro, they're going to be hooked. Really. So, it is your job to still talk to that girl. Don't solely rely on her looks, because it's wrong. You also need to have the game. You need to have that finesse. You need to be talkative. You need to be confident and silent and mysterious, which is actually what I want to talk about here. Women love men who are nonchalant about their looks and about their confidence. Because the guys who get the most women, they're usually the mysterious guys. It's usually the guys who are somewhat good looking, but they're not trying so hard to impress all the chicks. And you can see it. A perfect example of it is James Bond. He doesn't have to try as hard. I mean, is he good? Is he an attractive guy? Absolutely. He's a pretty attractive guy. He's tall, he has some status, he has money. But in my opinion, the reason why he's so desired and craved by other women is because he's got that mystery. He's mysterious. And every single woman out there loves a mysterious man. Every single one of them. Even though a lot of them want to deny it. A lot of girls are like, nah, but I want my guy to buy me flowers every day. I want him to be nice and predictable. And I want that emotional connection with him. All I care about is personality. That's all garbage. That's complete junk. Yes, it plays a role. But if she's not attracted to you initially, if there's no primal attraction from the beginning, then it doesn't matter. You can have all the fucking personality in the world, but if you're not attractive in her eyes, she's never gonna submit to you. So, just because of the fact that you're attractive, it kind of already puts you ahead of the game, right? It puts you ahead of like 80% of men today, because most men are unattractive. They're lazy, they're fat, they have no money, they want to complain and whine all day, and say that women are the problem. Bro, I believe men are the problem, straight up. But bro, man, I'm out of words. We really, guys, we live in such a crazy world today where the men today, they're so weak, and it's hilarious to me. So if you have any kind of confidence today, if you're good looking, if you're somewhat good looking, and you're confident, and you don't give a F about other men and what people think of you, you're gonna crush it. You're gonna smoke all your competition. Because guys don't have it. But with women, bro, you're not gonna have to try as hard. You're not. Because that attraction is instant. A lot of men have to really a lot of women have to like, a lot of men have to like manufacture their attraction with women by having cars, money, boats, like suits and all these things. But with you, it's like, it's already there, okay? But at the same time, you need to back up your looks. And you do it by being confident and by taking these women seriously. Because that's a dangerous thing, by the way. A lot of women, like if you're acting like a little fuckboy, a lot of women are going to be turned off by it. They're going to be like, oh, this guy's a cheater, he's a freak, he's a liar, he's probably going to abuse me, he's going to manipulate me and all these things, he's toxic, he's narcissistic. Because a lot of attractive guys are like that. They abuse their looks to get everything they want. But that's why you need to be a complete man today. Because your looks will eventually deteriorate. You're not always going to be good looking. And I also believe, like, on that note, I believe that a lot of guys can sustain their looks for a lot longer compared to women. Because, like, women, they usually age like crazy once they hit 30 or 35. Their looks go downhill like that. Okay? It sinks like a Titanic. Straight up. For real. So, with women, you don't have to try as hard. That attraction is mutual and it's instant from the beginning. Right? All these guys need to have all these other things just to be attracted in the woman's eyes. They need to take them on, 2, 3, 4 dates. Right? Before they ever get like a little poo-poo with them, or like a little, jing-jing with them. With you, it's like a completely different thing. I don't know, I sound like a dickhead by saying this. And women don't make rules for attractive men. And I've said this before. Women don't make rules for men they find attractive. They don't. So if y'all are dealing with women who are kind of giving you a hard time, they're not being responsive, they're, playing hard to get and all these things, realize this. Imagine this for a second. Imagine if, okay, let's just pretend for a second, there's a girl that you're struggling with, and she's being a little bitchy, she's not really giving you the time of the day that you want, she's not giving you the time of the day. Let's just imagine if Brad Pitt messaged her, or someone like, I don't know, imagine if Leonardo DiCaprio messaged her. What do you think would happen? Do you think she would have all these excuses that she's busy, that she's having a hard time, you really think that she would say, oh, I have to find myself, I need to be in touch with my feelings, I have to be aligned with who I am, I need a break and all these things? Hell no, it would not exist. Which is a massive advantage that every single one of you guys has. Every single one of you guys who are watching this, you have a massive advantage over average guys if you're good looking. Today, if you're somewhat good, if you have a good face, you're strong. Oh, sorry guys, I like to flex. That's a little humble brag. I know, I'm jerking myself off here. But guys, really, you need to own the thing that you have. And really be confident. That's the thing. And take them seriously. I don't know if you want to spin some plates, then do it. But if you want to take women seriously, you got to own it. And be a man who owns who he is. And when you're mysterious, and when you're confident, you're silent, and you're not really like showing your cards too early, bro, these women are going to be hooked and addicted to you. Like exactly like how they show it in movies. With all these vampires and all these attractive guys, right? These guys don't have to try as hard. And the women are literally addicted to it. Why? Because these guys, they know their worth. They know their value. And that's why they're so attractive. Really, like a lot of women, especially the really beautiful girls, they're so used to manipulating guys every single day. I have this one chick, for instance. She's a 9. She's really hot. She's blonde, she's a 9. And I know her personally. I'm not going to say who it is because she might be watching this. But like, bro, when I'm seeing her with other men, it's almost like she has all these guys on a string. It's hilarious. But with me, for instance, I'm not trying that hard. And I know that with me specifically, from all the other guys that she's talking to, she's mostly attracted to me. Why? Because I don't care. I don't give a fuck. Really, I'm nonchalant about it. I'm relaxed. I'm confident. I'm not needy. I'm not desperate. Like all these other guys. And that's the kind of frame you need to have. And when you have it, because believe me, you already have a massive advantage because you look good. You're somewhat attractive. And now you need to back it up. And now if you're confident, you're witty, you're charismatic, you're confident, you have a sense of humor and all these things, bro, you have no competition at this point. And on top of it, and if you have money, status, clout, a Ferrari, a Lambo, it helps. Or a private jet, a mansion, yeah, of course it helps massively. It's like you multiply by like 10, yeah, you know what I mean. You multiply by like 10x now at this point. But if you have it, you don't have to try as hard. Because all these other guys, they're so desperate, bro. They're so desperate just for one normal looking chick. And when she's facing you, it's like, and when you're different, when you have that, when you're indifferent about it, and you don't care, it's almost like, she's like, what the hell's wrong with this guy? He's not double messaging me. He's not addicted to me. He's not sending me good morning texts every single day. What is wrong with me? Does he have other women? Am I not attractive enough? Maybe he's a player, maybe he's gay. A lot of women will think that. What is wrong with me? And she's gonna start being curious. She's gonna start questioning herself. She's gonna start doubting herself. And now, guess what it does? It raises her attraction towards you. And now at this point, bro, she's locked in. Why? Because you're indifferent. You're confident. You're masculine. You have that aura. And you don't care if you get the girl. And that's such a paradox, by the way. Because, like, from my experience, guys, and tell me if you agree with me here, I found that the less you care about getting the girl, the higher the chance that you're actually going to get her. And it's such a mind trick, isn't it? But it's real. So, I'm doing my acts of benevolence here. I'm just kidding, sorry. Oh, but yeah, act with confidence and own who you are as a man. That's the main message here. Because like being attractive and being handsome or chad looking, it's all subjective at the end of the day. You're not going to appeal to every single girl. But what you can do is carry yourself with confidence and be a strong, powerful man who's confident and who's in his center. That's the best thing. Especially if you're dealing with really beautiful women. They're so used to stringing guys along. They're so used to simps and beta males that are constantly looking for approval. And when you're different, bro, she's not gonna know how to act. I'm telling you. So, I'm gonna wrap the video right here. Thank you guys so much for watching. By the way, we have a free Discord group that you guys can join down below. And that's it. Stay strong. Peace.